Hey guys, nice to see all of you. As you might remember, my name is Max. I'm from BelVG company. Last week we discussed 12 must-have features that you definitely want to have in your web store. And so today we are continuing our discussion, and today we're going to provide you with another 12 features that you want to include into your web store functionality. So, and feature number one is shopping cart abandonment system. You definitely know what system I'm talking about. Looking for an item, some shoppers put the products they'd like to purchase into a cart, but then they change their minds and decide not to complete the checkout process. So in this case, we definitely need to follow up on them, right? We want to remind them of an incomplete purchase, or simply, offer them a discount, or help them with any issues that they have encountered, because you never know why the customer abandoned the shopping cart. You just don't know. So just make sure you look deeper into the options that are available in the market and install one extension on your store. One that would really help with that kind of follow-up, to really remind the customer that there are some products in the cart that have been abandoned. All right, let's look at the feature number two, which is upsell and cross-sell functionality. I think you guys have heard of these two functions, but I think many of you guys confuse it, right? I myself even was confused about these two. So you definitely want to know the difference. Upselling is when you want to offer your customer a product that is more expensive, right? That has that is in the same model range, but which is more beneficial, which has more advantages, right? So this is upsell, when we want to sell a more expensive model, which is similar to the one the customer is looking for, but which is better, right? Which is more expensive. And cross-sell functionality is when the customer is basically buying some extra items, right? Like something that is related to the product. Let's say a great example would be a camera, right? A customer bought a camera and he needs to now buy a tripod. He now needs to buy a bag, right, to carry a camera. So it's the related items, right, that customer is going to need. So you definitely want to have upsell and cross-sell functionality on your web store. It just works, It's a very powerful tool. It's kind of very simple, but it's really powerful. Now is the feature number three. So this time we decided to include free shipping. I think it's a kind of very widespread function that so many web store owners use, and but you definitely want to think about it in terms of psychology, right? I think many customers, many visitors on the website, they don't really consider paying for shipping. Psychologically, they really do not. They look at the price of the product, and this is what they really intend to spend on the product. So you definitely want to understand that and really want to offer your customer free shipping. If you cannot really offer free shipping for every single product, right? Or you just want to include a range, right? Let's say you can only give a customer free shipping if the purchase is no less than $100, right? Worth. So you definitely want to indicate that to stimulate your customer to buy items for at least the cost of $100. Hope it makes sense. So it's a great stimulation tool, and it also really considers psychology of your customer. So please make sure to include that functionality in your web store. All right, feature number four is customer survey implementation. Probably when you yourself shop on the web store, it might be sometimes annoying, right? You don't really want to complete that kind of survey. So for you, it's really important to understand what kind of customers you want to offer this option to, right? I think it best works with loyal customers, right? Who really know your web store a lot from the point of view of a customer. right? So these kind of customers, they really understand your web store, and plus, since they're loyal customers, they really, they really want to help you. They really want to help you do a better job at servicing your customers. So definitely offer this option to loyal customers. And if it's the new sort of visitor on your website, you can just include some fields into your checkout process, or in the process of registration, you can do that. So in both cases, I think you can definitely implement surveys. And one thing, guys, do not overlook the importance of it, because look, your web store from the point of view of a manager, right, of owner or web store manager. You don't really see it from the point of view of a customer, right? So sometimes you just don't know what your customer is thinking about. You just cannot know that. So make sure you ask them, because sometimes you would never think of the things your customer is thinking about. So please consider that. All right, guys, so let's now move to our feature number 5. Here we decided to include seamless checkout process. So what does it really mean, seamless checkout process? And today there is only basically one solution for that. It is one-step checkout, right? Basically, it means that the customer completes all of the process on one page. There's really not so many forms that one has to fill out, so you can include all of them on one page, on the one-step checkout process, which is obviously personal information, shipping, and billing address. So just put them into one single page, because sometimes customer doesn't want to see those steps. He doesn't know what's ahead of him, and so when he sees or she sees that it's like 3 steps, doesn't really have time for that. Maybe a customer is in a rush. So make sure it's clear in one page and simple. Okay, guys, let's move to our next feature, which is return policy and money back guarantee. Please, really, guys, you just make sure they're clear and concise. Customers are not going to go through the multiple pages, documents, or anything like that. They just want to see it in the most simple way possible. Obviously, money back guarantee is gives a lot more safety to a customer. He or she understands that if the product is not that good, he or she can return it, and doesn't really make the purchase stressful. So it's really a great way to sell more. And return policy, definitely want to make that clear so that the customer knows that there is a certain period that they can use the product for, and if they don't like the product, they can also return that. Also makes the purchase safe, right? There is always some risk in the customer's mind, right? You never know, right? So when the policy is clear, it gives a lot of space to a customer, and so it really increases the chances. All right, so our next feature is contact information, right? You definitely want to make it also simple, trustworthy. You want to include a real physical address of your company. You definitely want to have your phone numbers there and your email address. Sounds very, very simple, right, guys? But we see it so many times. Many web store owners, they don't like to include their phone number or sometimes email. They only use a contact form for many reasons. Sometimes they don't want to hear salespeople calling them, or sometimes they receive so many calls from customers that they really want to make it less of a problem for them. But it really decreases chances of trust, right? So if the customer doesn't see that kind of information, so it might seem suspicious to them, right? Why would this person not include the phone number there or their real email? Customer, they don't really think from the point of view of the owner, right? Or maybe he's receiving too many calls. Customer is thinking about himself or herself and about their own experiences. So you definitely want to make sure that no matter what, you have there the contact form, the email address, and the phone number. Because customers also, they're very impatient. They if they have a problem, they want to call you right now. They don't want to wait for 24 hours to receive feedback. And so when it comes to actually choosing between few stores, and they will definitely choose a store which has all the contact information. So yeah, we generally would advise you to have a simple sort of page where you have all of the information, physical address also, your company name as well. It's all really important. So please, guys, do not overlook that. Okay, so let's move to our feature number 8. Here also, it's a very simple feature, but it's so helpful. It's frequently asked questions, right? I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You can see it on many web stores. You have a certain amount of questions that all of the customers ask you, right? That they ask you about. So, you know, it would be so much more simple if you just make a page with just a list of those questions and together with the answers to them. So it's going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to save your customers a lot of time too. So make sure to also include that page. I think you guys remember in our last video we discussed the benefits of having discounts in your stores or on your web store, right? Having some kind of deals. It's really important. So today we're going to move a little bit deeper than that, right? We definitely recommend you to have a dedicated page for all of your discounted products and for all of the deals that you have, right? First of all, there are so many customers that they really shop for discounts, right? They're really looking for discounts. They're not going to purchase the item if they do not see it at the discounted price, right? Or sometimes they see a product that they're interested in a certain product, right? And if it's not really discounted, they're not going to buy it. So, and the second reason is there are many customers that they buy the items in your web store, and they really they don't have a problem with spending a little bit more money and to have something extra. So many of those customers, they go to that page, deals page or discounted products page, and if there is something cheap or something really useful, they can also buy it. So it's really useful, and it's really comfortable for clients to see what's going on, what kind of products you guys are offering at a cheaper price. So yeah, make sure to have that on your web store. We actually calculated statistics, and we can tell you that statistically it's really helpful to have that. So the rate at which the customers are going to buy discounted products is much higher if you have them on dedicated page. So please, guys, make that kind of page on your web store. Okay, guys, let's move to our next feature. It's not really a feature, right? It's something that we just want you to make the thing that we want you to make nicer, and more interesting to the customer. And this feature is About page, right? What we've noticed is that so many companies, they really overlook this page. They don't really pay attention to that. They don't think it's important. But what we've noticed ourselves, that the actual customers, they really visit this page a lot. They're really interested in your story because they really want to have the deep connection with your company. They really wanted to see who you are, what your story is, what were your struggles, success, all of that stuff. They really want to understand that you're a human just like they are, and they're really buying from someone who is familiar to them, right? Who had similar experiences. So one thing, please, just do not put the statistics how many cups you've drunk over some time. It's no longer creative, and it doesn't give any value to the customer. What you really want to include is milestones of your company's progress. Make it realistic and make it humble. Sometimes what we've noticed is that some companies, they're really young, right? But they say they've completed like hundreds of projects, right? Or thousands, when they're actually like 2 years old. So you can clearly see that kind of stuff. So guys, make sure you have the About page, which is clear, simple, humble, and which is really down to earth. That is really showing the customer your story, which is just another story of a human, not a Superman. All right. Our 11th feature, we're pretty much done, guys, so bear with me, is page loading time. Again, you don't want your customer to wait. You don't want him to be irritated. So please check the speed of your pages. It's really done very easily. We're going to provide you with the link in this description box. You want to use Google Developer Tools, specifically Google Page Insights. Right, it's going to tell you how fast your website is and what are the things that you need to fix to make your website faster. So it's most likely going to be images that you need to optimize and scripts that you want to make sure are very simple. Okay, and so the feature number 12 is analytics. Again, it's a very kind of a simple advice, but you definitely want to use analytics in your web store. You can install Google Analytics or any other analytics tool. So basics that you can see there is the traffic, the audience, the type of audience that is coming to your store at what time and what days. It's really important for you to see that and to adjust your selling process and your business processes according to that. Also, it can show you conversion rate, how many customers came and what percentage of them actually bought something. So you definitely will get a lot of value out of analytics, right? Okay, guys, so we're now done with our 12 features. Also, guys, if you have any ideas or topics you want us to cover, please suggest us in the comments. Once again, this was Max from BelVG. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also present on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So please follow us there as well. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. And I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.